Welcome back everyone for some more of my Coventry City career mode here on FIFA 23. And we are here at the series finale. This is the final episode of this career mode. And as you can see, we are in the Champions League final at Wembley. We are going to be going up against Manchester City. And much like with my Elevate's career mode, I am playing a Champions League final against a club from the same nation, which I am not a huge fan of, which, for those of you that watched yesterday, in my Elevate's career mode, I took on Barcelona. And in this one, I'm taking on Manchester City. But just to recap the journey to the Champions League final, we end up winning 5 games and drawing 1. Round of 16, we absolutely smashed Real Madrid, whereas Manchester City knocked out Napoli. Quarterfinals, we eliminated Juventus, whereas Manchester City knocked out Leverkusen. Semifinals, we eliminated RB Leipzig, who was in the same group as us, and Manchester City knocked out Atletico Madrid. So, but as much as I hate versing Atletico Madrid and me versing them almost every time in the Champions League, I would much rather played against them rather than Manchester City, but unfortunately did not play out that way. Premier League, we ended up winning by 15-point margin ahead of Manchester City. Liverpool and Chelsea round out the Champions League spots. Spurs will be playing Europa League, and Manchester United will be playing Conference League. Which, by the way, we did reach over 100 points. We are Centurions, and we did get over 100 goals. Relegated sides are Nottingham Forest, Wolves, and Brentford, which is kind of surprising seeing Wolves there. Community Shield at the beginning of the season was won by us. We ended up beating Chelsea. Super Cup was won by Tottenham over Real Madrid, the Luka Modric derby. That's kind of interesting. Europa League was won by PSG. They ended up beating Porto. And the Conference League was won by West Ham, which they ended up winning in real life. They ended up beating Atalanta on penalties. Carabao Cup was won by us. We ended up beating Chelsea. Let's see. I don't think we got it. Round 3, we ended up knocking out Sheffield United. Round 4, we eliminated Watford. Quarterfinals, we eliminated Manchester United. And semifinals, we knocked out Tottenham. And the FA Cup, this was an interesting FA Cup final. We ended up beating Preston North End, who eliminated Manchester City in the semifinals. Round 3, we knocked out Burnley. Round 4, we eliminated Bournemouth. Round 5, we knocked out Everton. Quarterfinals, we knocked out Spurs. Semis, we knocked out Bristol City. And then the final, we ended up knocking out Preston North End. So we ended our FA Cup run facing off against 2 straight championship sides. But I am going to show you guys, which I don't know why it goes to the backup team every time you start a save on here, or load a save rather. But we are going to be rocking our strongest starting lineup here. The lowest rated player is our center back at an 85. Everybody else has a really good rating. Even our bench is really strong. The lowest rated player on our bench is our goalkeeper at a 79, but this is honestly one of the strongest teams I've ever taken in the Champions League, and you even have some of our reserves that have pretty good ratings as well. So, very strong team. We're going up against Manchester City in the Champions League final, which I don't know why it's asking me that. I didn't make any changes. But before we get into this final, hopefully you guys have an awesome day today. Hopefully you guys doing well, and then after this match, we are going to go ahead and show the rest of the end of season and end of series stuff. But without further ado, first of all, we are not playing in the rain. EA needs to understand it does not rain everywhere 365 days a year. But I am not putting these kits on. We are going to have our home kits. In Manchester City, we're going to have these kits on them. Okay, let's see. They do have Kevin De Bruyne alongside Milinkovic-Savic and Calvin Phillips in midfield. Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, and Marco Asensio make up the attack. Backline consists of Juan Cancelo, Ruben Dias, Edgar, and Kabore, with Ederson in goal. And yeah, this should be a rather exciting Champions League final. Very strong Manchester City side, but then again, we do have a strong side ourselves, so we are going to be taking on the Sky Blues, or the Citizens, whatever nickname you prefer for them. And you can see Angel Gomes is the featured player here. I do kind of want to do a relegation rebuild sometime. I did try, at least attempt to do one with Arsenal, but that ended up getting ruined. But I do want to do a relegation rebuild. I'm thinking either doing one with Manchester City, possibly doing one with Manchester United, or even Everton, or even Tottenham. And it's not just limited to England. I may also do one like... I know Chinese Sports did one with Barcelona. I'm probably not going to do one with Barcelona. I might end up doing one with either Atletico or Real Madrid, and even a couple in Germany. There's RB Leipzig would be a good one to do a relegation rebuild on. Possibly Bayern Munich.
Welcome from me, Derek Ray, joined here on the commentary box as always by the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And with
you can see how both teams got here, which I already showed that at the beginning.
It is Manchester City, and they take on Coventry City.
Well, what a night, Derek. Two great...
The Sky Blues against the Sky Blues.
And he's through here.
Both teams, of course, wearing Sky Blue kits normally.
And they scored! First goal in this...
I'm going to do the shithouse thing and celebrate with our manager.
So City get things going again, and the owners...
I may, depending on what happens, either sub off Broha and put Gyökeres in there, or I can switch to a two-striker formation and put Gyökeres in that way, because I do want Gyökeres. He's been too darn good this season to be left out of the Champions League final. That looked like that was offside. A hell of a player, Angel Gomes. I've been very happy with him. And I've been buying him since FIFA 19.
The scoreline standing at 2-0. And he's in. Another goal! And surely there's no way they can throw this away. Absolutely dominant.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish.
Power and accuracy. Oh, bro, how you had it. All you had to do was put a toe on it, and you could have had it. But we are going to go ahead. We're going to jump to the sim. And I am going to have, if we do indeed win this, I am going to have Weston McKennie lift the trophy. I really couldn't think of anybody. The board wanted me to have Greg or Coble, but I don't like having goalkeepers being my captains. I just much rather see somebody wearing their actual kit lifting the trophy. Let me see what Manchester City's bench looks like. They got Paqueta, Bustos, Gomez, Grealish, Palmer. Oh, that's right. They did have Cole Palmer before they sold him to Chelsea. I forgot about that.
Gomez.
He's saying Gomez. I think it's actually supposed to be Gomes. He is Portuguese.
And reading it absolutely superbly.
Like, it's Bruno Fernandes, not Bruno Fernandes. Oh, come on! Okay, nice. Yeah, our final pass in the box is failing us. Nice goal! Oh, I almost choked on my spit there, but that's a beautiful goal by Seibold. I'm so glad I brought him back. Okay, who's 14? Okay, come on. Okay, Seibold had a little bit of trouble closing down that Man City player there. Oh, that's going to be a goal. And of course, right before halftime. It happens every time. And people say this game isn't scripted. People swear this game is not scripted. I don't know. I kind of beg to differ on that. But I'm actually going to keep my starting lineup for the time being. Like I said, I do plan on making some changes, possibly bringing on Gyökeres at some point. But I'm going to go ahead and they're going to kick off, which I forgot about.
Separating these two sides from glory. The second half of the Champions League final begins.
Oh, look at it! Oh, final touch by Nanto was failing him there.
To think about. Now can they create something? Surely.
That's going to be a goal. Oh, good close. The good job by Ibanez there. Closing up shop.
And off target in the end. Kick.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. Let's see. Nanto. Okay, Gomes can't play. Let's see. I kind of don't want Weston McKennie. I kind of don't want him. I'm probably gonna. It'll probably switch over to Koval, but Weston McKennie really has not been very good in this game. How do I want to do this? Normally doesn't play in that position. He can play out wide, but he doesn't play that far up the pitch. But I am going to experiment. And I'm going to go ahead and put Gyökeres in there. Okay, let's go with a 4-4-2 flat. Let's try this. Okay, left mid. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. But those are the changes I'm going to make here.
Keeping possession of the ball with authority. Milinkovic-Savic.
Ah, how you not? Yeah, Foden. Every day of the week is going to score that.
Just what they were hoping for. So the current scoreline 4-2.
Let's see how bad this formation change is going to hurt me. Ah, Broha, come on.
Not a successful intervention, winning the ball back.
Okay, Gyökeres.
Has eyes for goal.
An audacious attempt there.
Managed to make the save without much difficulty in the end.
As Ibanez heads it straight to the Manchester City player.
Erling Haaland.
Okay, 23. Livramento. Why are you giving him that much room?
Haaland.
Ah, come on. I don't like this. Livramento, you're coming up because you cannot let you guys lose that like that. You can't.
And with plenty of time still remaining.
Yeah, they're gonna come back and try this, aren't they? Okay, let's. Who else can I? Well, maybe not. Gyökeres, can you win it? Yes, he can.
To increase the lead in this final, will they be stopped now? Not a scoreline we see all that often. 5-3.
Okay, come on, guys. Really? Why are we not closing down our guys? Haaland is not that fast. Oh, he's gonna get a scar. That shot should not have gone. This team needs to do a better job closing down the opponents. They really do. They're leaving them wide open for opportunities and letting them just waltz right past them.
5 minutes to go.
But I'm just going to hang on to the ball now. We are just a few minutes away from becoming Champions League winners. We're going to go ahead and just boot the ball. And there we go.
And there it is. Full time.
It does kind of suck I didn't play in the Europa League first before I got in here, but unfortunately it just didn't pan out that way. But at least we do have a European Championship to our name. Seiwald was the player that ended up scoring the winning goal, and Gyökeres having the insurance.
Well, it's the night of their lives, and they're determined to enjoy every millisecond.
But yeah, we very nearly let a 4-goal lead evaporate. But, I mean, it is Manchester City, but like I said, our side is pretty darn strong, too. This is among the strongest teams I've taken to the Champions League final, in my opinion. This Coventry City, I do like this. I like this Coventry City team more than I do my Alaves team.
going mad in
My
these
Olive's
moments.
team got annoying at times, whereas this team's been much more consistent,
Here
in
we
my
go.
opinion.
The Champions League winners.
As American
Well, this
International
is what
Weston
they
McKennie
wanted.
lifts the
What a moment
trophy.
for these players. They've worked so hard to win this trophy. They've been fantastic.
And you can feel the emotion. It's natural to reflect on this final, but so much hard.
And they end up winning absolutely everything this season. They won the Community Shield, they won the Carabao Cup, they won the Premier League, they won the FA Cup, and now they've won the Champions League.
With your own supporters.
Well, these fans have certainly played their part, haven't they? They'll savour these moments. They've travelled far and wide to follow their team. They're loving every minute of this, and why not? They deserve it.
A performance of fire as well.
I do like those kits that Coventry have. Now, when this FIFA was made, this was the season that Coventry made it all the way to the promotion playoff final, but they ended up losing to Luton Town.
Well, these are the moments they have to make the most of. It doesn't happen very often.
It would be awesome seeing Coventry in the Premier League again. As a matter of fact, when I started following the Premier League back in the mid-90s, this was a perennial team, and not only that, they were a founding member of the Premier League. And then they got relegated at the end of the, I believe it was at the end of the 01-02 campaign, and they have not been back since. Okay, they had better passing accuracy. They made more passes, had more shots, had more interceptions, and it's actually more. This actually was quite an even game, which is kind of disappointing, but at the same time, though, it's just. I mean, we are talking Man City. Highest rated players for them are Foden and De Bruyne. Grealish came on for Kabore, which was an interesting substitution. Our highest rated player was Broha with 2 goals and an assist. Sulemana with a couple assists. Savard with a goal and assist. Gomes with a goal. Gyökeres with a goal. We're going to skip post-match because I'm just not interested. But now we're going to be taking a look at we're going to be taking a look at objectives, if I could speak English. Just to recap all that. We should be in good standing with the board. We should have a star. Which I kind of figured. We are on excellent standing with the board. And just to recap, we got both the awards, which the youth ones were important because that was critical priority. This was the second most important medium priority. We even got this one done despite it being very low, and I'm not too arsed about it. We got both the domestic ones. We ended up completing the domestic quadruple. And then the Champions League we ended up seeing, as you just witnessed. Premier League Player of the Month shortlist. None of our players in which. Oh, Gabriel Jesus playing for Newcastle was on there. You see Gomes posing with the trophy. And before we look at player stats, I do want to look at. Okay. And you can see Gyökeres with the most assists in the Premier League, with 29, 3 ahead of Cunha. And you can see Mbeumo with the, actually no, Broha with 22, Mbeumo with 17. Quite a few players on this list. Top assist goes to both Luca Bacchio and O'Hare, which Callum O'Hare has been a fantastic player for me this season. Strakosha with actually more clean sheets than Kobo. They have a combined 11, which is 2 less than Flecken. FA Cup, Gyökeres with the most goals. Humphreys getting the most assists for Wigan. He was tied with Danny Pereira and Jeannot from Stoke City. Clean sheets, most clean sheets for us was Kobo. Looks like he's the only one with 1. Carabao Cup, most clean sheets. A trio of players at 2. Looks like we don't have anybody. Did we? Let me. Oh yeah, Shakasha did get a clean sheet. Heung-min Son with the most assists, one ahead of Callum O'Hare. And in most goals, both O'Hare and Jokers each with 9, which are 3 ahead of Kai Havertz, which is awesome to see. Super Cup has nothing to do with us. Broha with the most goals, 3 ahead of Erling Haaland. Nacho with 10 goals, so very good campaign for Champions League campaign for a winger. Soleimana with the most assists with 6. Nacho and McKennie each with 4 assists. And then most clean sheets, Galaxy with 5. Kobo had 2, and that's about it. But we're going to take a look at the rest of England, starting with the Championship, which I don't know whether I have it backwards on here, but anyway. Southampton and Brighton, both South Coast teams, come up with Watford, West Brom, Norwich, and Leicester battling out in the playoffs, and relegated teams are Sunderland, Derby, and Millwall. Interesting to see. Barnsley and Rotherham get promoted to the Championship. Bristol Rovers, Peterborough, Bolton, and Plymouth will be battling off in the playoffs. Relegated sides are Lincoln City, Port Vale, Crawley Town, and Cheltenham Town. And promoted sides are Doncaster, Accrington, and Bradford, which Bradford ended up finishing third last season in order to get promoted. Wimbledon, Exeter, Salford, and Rochdale end up in the playoffs, which Wimbledon are currently playing in League One. They did get promotion via the playoffs. Relegated sides are Crewe, Alexandra, and Stevenage. If relegation was a thing, both of them would be going down. But we are going to take a look at transfer history here real quick, if the game will let me. Is anybody in particular, which we did end up sending Avila to Royal Antwerp on loan, and pretty much everyone else is, I think I've already shown. Now we're going to take a quick look at our youth academy, which we do only have 4 players here. Anybody in particular you want to look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. We're only able to promote 2 of these guys, sadly, because we're at maximum squad after 2 more additions to the squad. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to push. But now we're going to be taking a look at squad stats and attributes here. Leading goal scorer was Gyökeres, 50 and 10 to 39, so exactly 60 goal contributions in 39 appearances, which is awesome to see. And if there's anybody else you want in particular you want to look at, just go ahead and pause the video. Both my center attacking mids have been absolutely fantastic for me, and my wingers have been, as expected, contributing to the attack as well. 30 goal contributions from Soleimana, 31 goal contributions from Luca Bacchio. Even our center mids are in on the action as well. Martinez getting 3 goals and assists from center back is quite impressive too. Begovic, he did get the 1 game, but he did get a goal and assist. He was actually pretty decent. I played him in an FA Cup game. I forget which one, but as a matter of fact, I think it was the Bristol City game I played him in. Eklund's starting to grow a little bit during his time at Ajax. You see Norman up to 71. That's due to position change. Got some good young players on this team. Gotta admit, those Huddersfield kits look sharp. Some of these players got really good growth out on loan. You can see Avila also played an FA Cup game, same one as Beganovic. He did get an assist in that game. 7 clean sheets with Sakasha and 9 for Koba, which, for a 90 rated goalkeeper, only having 9 clean sheets is a bit of a disappointment, not gonna lie there. But we're gonna go ahead and look at attributes. Again, if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. But that pretty much wraps up this particular career mode here for Coventry City. This is the finale, and then starting tomorrow, I'll be doing the final season of Tokyo Verde on FIFA 22. And then after that, I don't know what I want to do. Again, I do want to do a relegation rebuild with one of the bigger teams. I just don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't. But I'll have to make that decision when the time comes. And just go from there. I may end up just doing a normal career mode with one of the newly promoted teams. Like, I'm contemplating doing one with Real Oviedo over in Spain. Possibly doing one with Sassuolo. Or even Cremonese over in Italy. I may just do a career club career mode. I don't know what I want to do yet. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm not sure what I want to do in terms of FIFA content after my Tokyo Verde, but... And I'm also contemplating taking a break from FIFA during the summer, because that's when the off-season is, and possibly resuming sometime either mid-July or sometime early August. But again, I have so many career mode ideas I want to do. I just do not... There's just not enough hours in a day. There's just not enough days in a year. I just don't know. There's so much FIFA content I want to do. And short of me making a separate channel just for my FIFA content, which, to be honest with you, I really do not want to do that. I want all my content on the same channel. I have some decisions to make when it comes to FIFA, and my biggest fear is I don't want my FIFA content interfering with my regular content, but at the same time, I am a very passionate FIFA player. I absolutely love playing these games, and it seems like you guys really love watching this content too, so I don't want to just stop making FIFA content, but I'm going to have to come up with some kind of... And I did make a promise myself that this year I wouldn't have any more than 2 uploads a day, a FIFA video plus a video of my normal content. So I'm not exactly sure what the future holds in terms of FIFA content on my channel, but I'm going to have to think of something. But while I do that... Oh, one thing I do want to show here is my career here real quick before I end the video and end this career mode. You can see I've won 2 league titles, I've won 4 domestic cups and 1 continental cup. My biggest win was against Aston Villa, and my biggest defeat was against Manchester United. We've won 136 games at 165 total. You can see we ended up getting promoted from the Championship. In our first season in the Premier League, we ended up finishing 2nd. And this season right here, you can see we've won absolutely everything. Okay, record transfer fee was 80.5. What was that? I think that was for Coble. No, it's for Martinez. And the most amount of money we got, I think, was for Ostergaard. It had to have been. Savov, which we end up getting him back, but that is our Coventry City career mode done and dusted. I hope you guys enjoyed this entire career mode. This has been a fantastic team to do a career mode, and a team that I hope someday returns to the Premier League, because like I said, when I first started following the Premier League, this was one of the perennial teams. This was a founding member of the Premier League, and this was one of the teams I grew up watching. up until the relegation, and I'm pretty sure it was the 01-02 campaign that ended up getting relegated. No, as a matter of fact, rewind. I believe it was the 2000-2001 campaign. I'm pretty sure of that because it was right after Sheffield Wednesday, Watford, and Wimbledon ended up getting relegated. So they ended up getting relegated back in 2001. A bit, if I remember correctly, they got relegated alongside Derby County and Manchester City. Which is kind of funny saying Manchester City getting relegated, but back in the day they were a yo-yo team. And that was before the oil money came in and that, but that's another discussion for another day. But I am wrapping up this career mode. This has been a fantastic one, definitely among the better teams I've had a career mode with. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys again next time.